When you stop looking at me. Spring of 1995, Korea University. The cherry blossoms were in bloom, and so was a new semester. Ryan, tall, sharp-jawed, and cold like the early morning breeze, sat quietly in a liberal arts class he didn't care much about. A business major, always top of his class, always distant. His only flaw? His handwriting. Sloppy, unreadable, almost like he didn't want to be understood. And then came Jamie, a physical education student with the brightest smile and the most beautiful handwriting you'd ever seen. The kind of guy who laughed with his whole chest and made the air feel warmer just by being in the room. He sat beside Ryan by chance, or maybe fate, and instantly, the two clashed. Jamie talked too much. Ryan barely spoke. Jamie smiled too wide. Ryan never smiled at all. Their first real conversation was an argument over a crumpled report Ryan had tossed away. Jamie picked it up, read it in seconds, and said, "You should rewrite this. The content is good, but your handwriting sucks." Ryan was stunned. No one ever understood what he wrote, not even his professors. That's when Ryan made a deal. "You rewrite this report for me," Ryan said coolly, "and I'll teach you how to date." Jamie blinked, confused. Why dating lessons? Jamie had confessed to Ryan once before, awkwardly, shyly, when he first laid eyes on him. Ryan had rejected him, cold and flat, no hesitation. But Jamie was stubborn. He told himself it was just a crush, that he'd get over it soon. So he agreed. Maybe spending time with Ryan would help him move on. And slowly, everything changed. Ryan, who once found Jamie annoying, began to look forward to the sound of his laughter, the smell of sweat after PE class, the little notes Jamie left him on rewritten assignments, written in flowing script with tiny hearts he pretended weren't there. But something was different. Jamie was quieter these days. No more teasing, no more shy glances. He didn't blush when Ryan touched his shoulder anymore. He didn't ask about dating tips. He didn't even smile the same way. And that's when Ryan realized Jamie wasn't trying to get his attention anymore. He was trying to forget him. And for the first time in his life, Ryan felt fear. Not of failure, not of judgment, but of being too late. He missed the boy who used to annoy him, the boy who wrote his name like it mattered, the boy whose feelings were once so loud, but now, suddenly silent. And maybe, just maybe, it was Ryan's turn to chase. Spring turned to early summer. The petals were gone. The trees outside Korea University stood in full green, students buzzing around for midterms. And Ryan sat alone in the campus cafe, waiting. Jamie didn't show up. They used to meet here every Tuesday, to go over rewritten reports, drink terrible iced coffee, and talk about love like it was just another class. But lately, Jamie had been different, polite but distant, present but not really there. Ryan didn't know how to bring it up, how to ask, "Why don't you look at me the same way anymore?" He'd always thought of Jamie as loud, dramatic, easy to read. But silence from Jamie was the loudest thing of all. Later that week, Ryan found Jamie alone at the gymnasium. His hair messy, cheeks flushed from practice, a towel around his neck. Ryan had never really liked noise, but he missed his noise. Jamie's voice, his teasing. "Are you avoiding me?" Ryan asked, straight to the point. Jamie paused. He gave a tired smile. "No, I'm just moving on." That hit Ryan in the chest like a punch. Jamie picked up his water bottle. "You said no. I respected that. You don't have to feel guilty." "I don't feel guilty," Ryan said quietly. "I feel regret." Jamie looked at him, startled. "I got used to you," Ryan admitted. "Your handwriting, your jokes, your everything." Jamie blinked, unsure how to respond. "I thought you were annoying," Ryan continued. "But now, I don't know how to write a sentence without wondering if you'll correct it." I don't know how to spend a day without hearing your voice. I didn't know I liked you until you stopped liking me." Jamie looked away. "It's not that I stopped. I just got tired of hoping." Ryan stepped forward, slowly, his voice softer than it's ever been. "Then let me start hoping this time." Silence. And then, for the first time in weeks, Jamie laughed. Small, unsure, but real. "Your timing sucks, you know that?" Ryan smiled, a real one, not the cold smirk everyone else saw. "But maybe, just maybe," Jamie said. "Hey, I can rewrite this part too." It was raining. Not the soft spring kind, but heavy summer rain. Loud, cold, and impossible to ignore. Jamie stood under the eaves near the campus gates, soaked shoulders, bag held tightly to his chest. He hadn't brought an umbrella. Of course he hadn't. He always forgot things when he was in a rush. Today, he was trying to avoid something again, or someone. But just as he turned to run toward the bus stop, a black umbrella slid over his head. Jamie looked up. Ryan. No jacket, just a white dress shirt, already half soaked, hair dripping at the tips, eyes steady. "You gonna get sick?" Jamie muttered, surprised. "So?" Ryan replied calmly. "You're here." Jamie didn't speak. He didn't know how to. Not when Ryan stood this close. Not when he still remembered the words from the gym last week. "Let me start hoping." They walked together in silence. One umbrella, two hearts. And then Ryan spoke. "I booked the classroom." Jamie raised a brow. "What for?" Ryan hesitated, then pulled a slightly wrinkled paper from his bag, his newest report. "This time," Ryan said, "I wrote it by hand." Jamie took it, fingers brushing his. The letters were still crooked, still uneven, but something about it made him pause. "I tried my best," Ryan added, "but I need someone to check if the meaning came through." Jamie read the first line. His heart skipped. It wasn't a report, it was a confession. "You were the first person to understand my words, and now I want you to be the first person to hear my heart." Jamie looked up, eyes wide. "I don't know how to say it perfectly," Ryan continued, stepping closer. "But if you're willing to teach me, I'd like to learn how to love from you." Jamie blinked fast. A laugh bubbled up, wet, breathless, and full of everything he had held back for months. "You still suck at writing," he said. Ryan smirked, eyes never leaving his. "That's why I need your corrections." And under the soft rumble of rain, in the shelter of that tiny umbrella, Jamie leaned in. A whisper against Ryan's cheek. "Okay, then let's rewrite this story together." A few weeks had passed since the rain, since the quiet confession written in messy letters, since Jamie leaned in and said, "Let's rewrite this story together." They weren't officially dating, not yet, but they spent nearly every day together, lunches under the trees, study sessions, random texts in the middle of the night. Ryan, once the cold and untouchable heartthrob of the business department, now smiled softly whenever Jamie was near. But love, even quiet love, is never without its sharp edges. It started with Sunho, a new transfer student in the PE department. Tall, energetic, and friendly. Jamie helped him find his way around campus. It was innocent. It really was. But Ryan saw them together. Saw Jamie laughing at something Sunho said. That full, bright laugh that used to be just theirs. He tried to ignore it. He really did. But Jamie was smiling like that a lot lately. And not just at Sunho. "Why are you upset?" Jamie asked one afternoon, after Ryan had been quiet the whole time they worked on a report. "I'm not," Ryan said flatly. "You haven't said more than 10 words today." 11, Ryan muttered. Jamie blinked. "Seriously? You're counting now?" Ryan stood up, grabbed his bag. "You're always laughing with other people lately. I didn't think you'd notice. Jamie stared at him, confused, then frustrated. So what? I'm not allowed to laugh with anyone else now? That's not what I said, but it's what you meant. Ryan didn't reply. His chest felt tight, and he hated this. He hated feeling insecure. He hated how unfamiliar it all was. Loving Jamie was easy. Trusting that Jamie only smiled that way for him? Not so much. Jamie stood too, voice quieter now. Ryan, do you think I like every guy who makes me laugh? Silence. Ryan looked away. I just don't know where I stand. We're not official. And sometimes, I wonder if I'm just someone who used to be a challenge. Jamie's eyes softened. He stepped closer, reaching for Ryan's hand. Cold, clenched. Ryan, he said gently, you were never a challenge. You were the reason I believed in something real. Ryan looked at him, vulnerable, unsteady. This was the part of him no one saw. I get jealous too, Jamie added. You smile at girls in your class. You probably don't even notice. I don't smile at them, Ryan replied instantly. Jamie smirked. Exactly. They stood there for a moment. Stubborn hearts, soft eyes. Then Jamie whispered, let's make it official. Ryan's brows furrowed. Official? Jamie smiled. That smile, the one Ryan knew was his. Boyfriends, you and me, so neither of us has to guess anymore. Ryan didn't speak, he just leaned in, quietly, and kissed Jamie's forehead. Not a loud kiss, not a dramatic one, but a promise. Years passed. Korea University became a memory, a place of old books, cherry blossoms, and handwritten reports long turned yellow. Ryan graduated top of his class, exactly as expected. Jamie graduated too, with scraped knees and a box full of medals, and the brightest smile in the crowd when Ryan received his diploma. They moved into a small apartment near the city. Ryan now wore crisp suits, working in finance. Always on time, always composed. Jamie taught high school PE, chasing noisy teenagers and getting home sweaty and loud. They were opposites still, but they'd learned how to read each other better than any textbook or note. One evening, Ryan came home late. The lights were low. Jamie had fallen asleep on the couch, face buried in papers, student reports, written in terrible handwriting. Ryan chuckled quietly. He walked over, crouched down, and gently removed the pen from Jamie's hand. A half-written correction note sat on top. Next time, try writing like you care about what you're saying. Ryan smiled. He remembered the first time Jamie had said something like that, back in 1995, when he picked up Ryan's rejected report and told him his handwriting sucked. He never forgot. Later that night, Ryan took out a piece of paper. He hadn't handwritten anything in a long time. His penmanship was still a little crooked, still uneven. But this time, it was careful, purposeful. He left it on the kitchen table. You're still the only person who's ever read me write. Still mine, even when we're both tired, even when we don't say it out loud. I love you, Jamie. Let's keep rewriting this forever. The next morning, Jamie found the letter. He didn't say anything at first. He didn't have to. He just walked over to Ryan, kissed his cheek, and slipped the reply into his coat pocket before heading to work. Ryan read it on the train. I never cared about handwriting until I met you. Now I think maybe some words are meant to be messy, so we can keep reading them together. And just like that, after all these years, they were still writing each other's names.